Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Cohen. And I have to tell you, I'm very excited about this episode because I have my friend Susie from SusieCakes. And for those of you who don't know what SusieCakes is, well, you're missing out. I gotta say, we are making my favorite dessert. It's called 7-layer bars. They are delicious, and I practically begged her to come on today. And we are gonna make them with BLK. So we're gonna be taking a decadent dessert and adding a little healthy twist to it with the BLK drops. So with that being said, thank you for being here.
We're gonna have fun today. This is, as Jen said, her favorite treat, and she always asks me for them when she sees me as if I have them in my car ready for it. You're like, do you have 7-layer bars?
It's like Pavlov dog.
Pull those right out of my purse for you. But now I feel like I'm going to teach her the recipe so she can make them at home. So I chose this recipe not only because it was Jen's favorite, but because it's kind of back to school, after school treats, stuff to put in your kids' sandwich bags. And
it's also old school. Like this is why I love them, because my grandmother used to make them for me when I was a little girl. And why I love SusieCakes and why I love you is because you really kind of bring home to the bakery, and it's very much real wholesome ingredients. There's no filler. It's very decadent, but it's all real stuff, whole stuff. It's coconut, it's chocolate, it's nuts. It's real butter, which you'll of course tell us.
So I'm going to tell you about that good butter.
You're going to tell me all about the butter.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is if you're going to eat something that is going to be kind of decadent, I've said that word a few times, but if you're going to do that, please make sure you're doing it with like really good, healthy ingredients.
Yes. Yep, exactly. And that is the whole premise of SusieCakes. If it wasn't in your grandma's pantry in 1950, we don't bake with it. Except BLK, which we're going to cook with today. That was not in my grandma's pantry. Okay.
It wasn't?
It was not? Okay, so I'm going to start, again, this is one of the simplest recipes you can make at home. You can actually it's a fun one to do with your kids as well. So I'm going to have you butter the pan.
Okay, so I'm taking this.
You know what you're doing, yeah.
And then I'm putting this here, okay.
And around the sides and up around the corners as well.
Okay.
That's really important so we can get these guys out of the pan later.
And tell us about the butter, because this butter is like a special butter. This is not just any butter, is it?
No, it's not. The butter I always use and that we use at SusieCakes is European style butter, and that has, it's churned longer, so it has a higher percentage of butter fat. So to be European style, it has to be over 82% butter. That's what makes it so good, and it will make all of your cooking, it's good for cooking and baking.
So then how is European butter different than like any other kind of butter?
It's churned longer, so it has more butter fat in it.
So how much butter fat does a regular butter have?
Somewhere between 60 and 75.
Wow. So that's what makes it even that much more decadent.
Decadent, yes.
Love that word.
There you go. Okay, great. Okay, so we're going to set that aside, and then we're going to start making our graham cracker crust. Okay, so the recipe calls for 3 cups of graham cracker crumbs, which is 21 of these squares. So I'm going to have you put those in the bag.
All of them, okay.
All of them. And so you could use a Cuisinart to do this or food processor, but I like this method because it's easier and there's nothing to clean up afterwards. So Jen's going to put those all in there. Zip that bag closed.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Even I could do it. That's
There's a future for you in baking.
Exactly. Okay. Are you hiring right now?
Yeah, I am.
Actually, you are hiring.
Actually, I am.
Actually, Susie is hiring at SusieCakes. It's not. I'm not just saying that. So if you are interested.
Okay. Now this is a meat tenderizer, so you're just going to smash it until it has a consistency of like sand.
Oh, this is fun for kids. You're right. This would be a great thing to do with kids. My kids would love doing this. So why use a food processor?
Exactly, right?
Yeah. This is a great thing to do with the kids. Does it have to really be completely...
I'm going to take it over for you in a sec. You're like...
Even I can't do this? That's kind of sad. I can't even like smash a graham cracker.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
All right, here, you want to take it over?
Thank you, yep. And what I'm going to have you do is cut this butter up.
Okay.
With that knife. Actually, with the white knife.
What's the difference?
This one's sharper. I'm going to use that on the nuts.
Oh,
or you're going to use it on the nuts.
So how big should the butter pieces be?
Like chunks, just like chunks that you'd see at a restaurant. You're going to put them in that little dish to your right. You just want pieces small enough so they can go in there, and then we're going to melt it.
You're going to melt it.
We're going to melt it, yeah.
Susie's a perfectionist. Yeah. Like, I would just put the whole thing
I know you would.
That's
why I brought that up. You have to cut it.
I know. I was going to say, why would you do that?
Because it would melt, and it would melt around the sides of the
God. This is why you own the bakery and not me. My God.
But you're going to make these.
I know. Okay, I am. Okay. I am. With your supervision.
Exactly.
But honestly, this is something that I could even do myself. After doing it once with you.
You're going to see.
Yeah, okay. So as I'm cutting this, why don't you kind of...
talk you through the next couple things. Okay, perfect. So the crust is going to be the melted butter and the graham crackers. You can also make this recipe gluten-free if you use gluten-free graham crackers, or make your own gluten-free graham crackers. That would be like the real upscale version of this recipe.
How can you make your own graham crackers?
You can make your own graham crackers.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you guys do that?
No, we do not.
Okay.
It's a little bit complicated.
How do you do that?
You make a batter and you put it in a pan real thin, and then you make the little lines on it.
So what did you say? How do you make them gluten-free though? I heard that.
Oh, use gluten-free graham crackers.
Oh, you can just
buy the gluten-free graham crackers.
Do they taste okay?
Yeah, they taste good because by the time you add the butter and the sugar, you almost can't tell.
Okay. Wow. All right. I'm using this BLK
let's put that guy on the stove.
Okay.
On a burner. Yep.
Okay.
And turn it on.
Nice.
Okay.
Now
so we're gonna put the graham crackers in here. We're going to get them ready for the melted butter. And I'll walk you through the rest of the ingredients while we got them on the table here. Okay. So we use pecans. You can also use any other nut you like, walnuts. Peanuts are really nice in this. They taste like Cracker Jack.
That would be a really good one.
That makes it kind of nice. You're not going to put them in yet. Those you're going to cut. I was going to have you cut those on the board. So while that's melting...
It's how many,
like in half.
Okay.
Cut the halves in half.
Now, could you also use walnuts or...
You could use walnuts, yeah. You could use cashews. You could use any nut you want. So, or if you're nut free, you just leave them out of the recipe.
Right.
That's
kind of the beauty. They taste good without nuts, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of the beauty of the recipe. You can swap everything as you wish. Then we have butterscotch chips. If you don't like butterscotch chips, just double down on your chocolate chips or use white chocolate chips. So that's another option for the butterscotch if you don't like butterscotch. This is just the classic recipe, the way we're making it. Then we have semi-sweet chocolate chips. Again, you could use, if you wanted sweeter, milk chocolate chips, or bittersweet if you wanted a little less sweet. And then coconut, which I use sweetened, but if you wanted less sugar, you could use unsweetened coconut. One thing you cannot swap is the sweetened condensed milk. That's kind of the key ingredient for making all this come together.
Why? Why is that so important?
Because it's what makes it have like a caramelized.
Oh, got it. Right. That's what makes it delicious.
Delicious. Okay.
Yeah. And these, I think also the coconut. Yeah. I love the combination of chocolate and coconut.
Yeah, it's like a Mounds bar.
Yeah, it's like a Mounds bar.
It's like a Mounds bar meets a Butterfinger.
And what I love though is, what I love about these drops actually is that you can add them to literally anything. You can add them to like a cocktail, a dessert, a burger, and they have no taste. It's completely tasteless, so it doesn't affect the way the food or the drink tastes, which is great because then you're just having that like added health benefit. So it's great for, just for those of you who don't know, these BLK drops, they're great for detoxification, they're great for nutrient absorption, they're great for your microbiome, to help nourish your microbiome. There's a lot of great nutritional and or like health benefits to including it, which is why I'm so passionate about it and why you should be so passionate about it. Yes.
Yeah, and it was so easy to add it in when you asked me to come on the show. Yeah. It was very easy to, whether it was this or the carrot cake was my other thing that I was thinking of making with you. That's your second favorite.
My second favorite,
yes. We'll be back for
can you come back and do that carrot cake?
I'll do that carrot cake with you, yeah. But I was able to put them in that and
it worked fine, right? It worked great. I'm telling you, this is like, if I am gonna be indulging in a dessert, there's nowhere better to go because you have the best carrot cake, you have these lovely bars. And what's your signature dish that everyone loves?
Oh, it's our vanilla celebration cake.
Oh yeah, that's what everyone loves.
I'm gonna add the butter now to the grams.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's why. So you put the butter with the graham crackers.
Yes. And then Jen, I'm gonna have you hand me the sugar. This is one.
Okay, this is the sugar, right?
Yeah.
What kind of sugar?
Quarter cup of white.
Just regular?
Just regular sugar, C&H sugar. We're gonna add that in there.
Does it matter the type of graham crackers? I mean, I know there's gluten or regular,
but for ingredients, I always say buy the best. And so, you know, I use the honey grams. Like,
yeah.
I don't like generic graham crackers. Just really good quality.
Is there a difference though?
There is a difference.
Really?
Yeah, there is.
What's the difference?
They don't taste as good.
Because
like
you know what
flavor, they've got garbage in them. You know, if they've got like stuff that's not good for you.
Yeah, you guys always do use the best ingredients, and you can tell. I mean, that's why I didn't even have any idea there was a difference by what kind of butter you use, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would think you can go and get organic, grass-fed butter.
Yeah.
That would be just as good as using anything. I think that would be even better.
Yeah.
Who knew about European butter?
Said no.
Just learned something new.
Now.
Okay,
Okay, and then if you just want to put that salt in here, pinch of salt, just drop it on top.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, and we're gonna put the crust. I'm gonna have you put the crust, or actually I'm gonna have you use this spoon. I'm gonna put it in here, and you're gonna just pat it down. With the spoon.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you. So it's not perfect. Is that okay?
It's not perfect. It's not
good
perfect
enough,
at all. Yeah, it's home style.
It's home style. Okay. And the kids could, like, what I love, I can
Kids
give
could
one kid one
totally,
job,
yeah.
the other kid could do another job. I'm gonna
And it's
make it.
easy, right? You know,
It
it's
is
easy.
actually
It's
very
yeah.
easy.
Okay, so pat it down.
Okay.
Great job.
Oh my god, it smells delicious already.
Doesn't it smell good?
Yes. Yeah. Oh my god.
Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to take the sweet condensed milk. This is the ingredient. Again, I use the Eagle brand. You want to do like a layer of this. This is going to caramelize once it gets hot. So I use about 1/4 of the can on this first round. Just kind of do a little crisscross.
On the first round?
Yeah, on the first round.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Just like a little crisscross like that.
What's the euphemism for the word decadent? Since I've used that word like so many times already. Is there one?
We'll come up with one.
Super fattening?
Okay, perfect.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Now I'm gonna put this aside, and what I want you to do is, in this bowl, you're gonna put the pecans. This is 1 cup. We'll use the pecan pieces you have.
Okay.
Because I already measured them out.
Okay.
So we'll do the halves, and then we'll just use the whole ones as well.
Oh, I was cutting very slowly because I was talking to you. My bad.
Okay.
Sorry.
That is okay.
It's gonna take like 4
It's okay.
hours to do this recipe that's supposed to be like 5 minutes.
So how long does it take? I said about 15 minutes. Or this.
Or an hour.
This,
Depends.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just pretend
Put
this
that
is
in.
okay.
So it's a cup of the pecans.
Okay.
And then a cup of the butterscotch.
The whole thing, right? Because it's already measured out.
Yep. And I measured out 1 1/4 of the chocolate chips.
Okay.
And then 1 cup of the, again, sweetened coconut is what I use, but you can use unsweetened as well.
Now, when you use the unsweetened coconut, how much difference of taste is there?
It's pretty noticeable because this is pretty sweet. Okay, I'm gonna have you just fold it together.
Sorry, trying to make conversation and trying to be friendly to my guest, and she wants nothing like it. She just wants me to like do what I'm told. I'm sorry.
I just want to say no. Yeah. It's not as good.
Keep cooking there, Jennifer,
cooking,
or
Jen.
trying,
Keep
attempting.
Cooking. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mix. You know. Okay, here we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now we're gonna pour that on top of here because we'll spread it.
Okay. I know. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
I mean, look at that goodness.
Wow.
Did you die?
Oh my God. I love this.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we just spread it in the pan. And then we're going to top it all off.
Okay.
With our BLK drops. So I'm going to let you do that.
That is amazing.
What I used was 3 whole droplets.
Okay. So
not droplets, that whole thing, yeah.
Okay, so like
you
this?
Just sprinkle it around.
Oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, it looks just like the chocolate chips,
oh my God,
right?
you can't even see them.
It's perfect. That's perfect.
Oh my God, that is such a brilliant idea. This is a perfect recipe for this. Look at that. It looks like a chocolate chip.
Yeah.
You could put even more than 3.
You could put more. Go ahead. Go for it.
You can put like 5 if you want.
Yeah.
If you drank the night before, because this is a great, did you know that this is great fulvic, well, this is made with fulvic minerals, which is a great hangover cure.
Ah.
So.
Perfect.
Who knew?
As is 7-layer bars.
I was going to say, the combination is actually much better than I even thought. All right.
Okay, perfect. And now I'm just going to top it off. This last round, I want to go around the perimeter so that kind of seals everything in.
Oh my God.
And then again, just a little bit crisscrossy. Back and forth. And we've got our oven that has been preheated.
To what temperature?
At 350. And then we're just gonna throw this in. We're gonna set a timer for 20 minutes. Look at it at 20 minutes, see how it looks. And then take it out. But how easy is this?
This was actually much easier than I thought it would be.
I knew you'd like it.
Yeah, this was much easier.
I was excited.
Yeah.
This one with you.
I could actually, I think I can really do this by myself with my kids.
I think you could. Yeah, I think they'd love it too.
Yeah.
Actually.
I'm telling you, there's nothing not to love.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't like coconut, it would probably not be the greatest dish for you, but you know, if you do like coconut,
you'll love it.
You'll love it.
Perfect.
All right, here we go. Here it comes. The big moment. Big moment of truth.
They look amazing.
Oh my gosh, they smell amazing.
Delicious.
It's kind of hot, so.
They look terrific. So you really want this this golden brown around the sides. It looks a little burnt, but it's not.
No, it doesn't look burnt to me at all. It looks delicious.
And so you could always do them a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on how you like them. I like them a little crispier on the edges.
Me too. Now, do we have we have to wait?
We have to wait. Otherwise, I'd be eating like a one of those molten chocolate cakes.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that would be delicious too. Okay, how long has it been? Can we dig in?
I think we can try it, yeah. I think we can try.
Why don't you do the honors of cutting it so I don't make a complete mess?
All right, so on this, the first step is to go all the way around the perimeter to make sure you got it loose from the sides. Okay, no, that's not how I'm gonna take it off of this for cutting. Okay, the recipe says it makes 12 bars. It really makes whatever size you want to cut them, right? One giant one. Well, we actually, people who use this as a birthday cake, right? So you could do an inscription on this, like for someone like you who loves it. I would write happy birthday right on top of the cake, and you could use it as a birthday cake. Okay, we just got to get that first. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
okay,
it works,
okay,
see?
there we go. Okay, perfect.
Oh,
okay, look at that.
My God. Yes,
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
It's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
That looks so good. Okay. These turned out great.
Oh my gosh. That looks so amazing.
Right?
Oh, I want some water with it because it's very, very gooey.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my God.
These are so good that I'm telling you, I can't even be polite. So, first of all, hello again. These are delicious.
She got distracted.
I got very distracted. I can't stress enough how delicious this is. Please make them, try them, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you've tried them, if you like them, if you've checked out Susie from SusieCakes and all her amazing, delicious desserts. And thank you. And thank you, BLK. And don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to wash it down with a BLK water.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It was so fun.
Thank you for coming.
It was the last